Hi, I'm Lindsay, combat veteran, healing guide, speaker, and founder of Fly Fearless. If you're Guard or Reserve living a full civilian life while still serving part time, you already know setbacks don't wait for a good time. They hit mid shift, mid deployment, or right when you're finally starting to breathe again. You push through, you nod, and say, I'm good. But inside, you feel like something just knocked the wind out of you. Again. So let me say this very clearly. Setbacks don't define you. How you handle them does. So today I want to walk you through how to handle setbacks like a leader. Not by pretending they don't matter, not by shoving them down and pushing harder, but with 3 mindset shifts that changed everything for me and the Guard and Reserve members I coach. First, don't make it mean something about you. Let's start here. The mission failed. The job fell through. You snapped at your spouse again. You missed the deadline. You dropped the ball. Your brain immediately goes straight for the jugular. I'm not cut out for this. I always screw things up. This is why no one depends on me. Sound familiar? But here's the truth. A setback is an event, not an identity. What happened is data, not your definition. Strong leaders don't let one failure rewrite their entire story. They pause, they breathe, and they say, this is a moment, not who I am. I want you to hear this clearly. You can be resilient and still stumble. You can be a leader and still have weak moments. That's not failure. That's perspective. That's wisdom. Because strength isn't about being flawless. It's about being real and coming back stronger. Second, ask the hard question. What's the lesson and how do I adjust? Here's where the real growth happens. Leaders don't just brush past setbacks. They debrief them. Every failure, every frustration comes with hidden intel. But you've got to stop long enough to extract it. Ask yourself, what was I meant to see here? What did I ignore that I can't afford to next time? Where was I overextending, undercommunicating, or operating from fear instead of clarity? Maybe it's a boundary you didn't set. Maybe it's a red flag you dismissed. Maybe it's that old pattern of doing everything alone. This isn't about beating yourself up. It's about getting honest, like a good commander would. Own the gap. Adjust the mission, because leadership isn't always about getting it right. It's about getting wiser every time you don't. And trust me, when you sit in that uncomfortable space for just a moment, you'll see what you couldn't see rushing through it. Third, keep moving. Because resilience lives in the comeback. This is the shift most people miss. They notice the pattern, they learn the lesson, but then they stop. They freeze. Why? Because they think healing has to look a certain way. Or they're afraid to get it wrong again. But real resilience, it's not about looking strong. It's about staying in motion, even when it's slow. Even when no one's clapping, even when no one knows what it took to show up today. You took a hit, yes, but you get back up. You recalibrate, you recenter, you take the next small step. That is leadership. Even if all you can do today is breathe deeply and make one healthy choice. That's still progress. That's still forward. And in case no one has said it lately, you are allowed to recover. You're allowed to begin again. You're still leading, even in your silence, even in the dark. So if you're walking through a setback right now, let's recap. Don't make it mean something about your worth. Find the lesson and adjust your approach. And above all, keep moving, because resilience doesn't live in comfort. it lives in the comeback. You're not weak for needing a pause. You're wise for using it to rise. I see you, I've been you, and I promise your next chapter is still yours to write. If you're guard or reserve and you're ready for support that speaks your language, I offer a few free 30-minute mini coaching sessions each month just for you. This isn't therapy, it's peer coaching, combat tested, heart-led, and results-driven. DM me or hit the link in my bio to book your call. You are not alone, and this is where you rise.